Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And today I would like to talk about when no contact will not work. Now, if you've been listening to me for a while, you know I love no contact. In fact, that's why I have the no contact army. But there are times when it will not work and it can even backfire. So I want to talk about that today. But first, I would like to, of course, welcome back the No Contact Army. And if you've been a good soldier, you have downloaded my app Silencio. The link is underneath every single video. And you've also given either a rating or a review in the App Store. Thank you so much if you have. And if you haven't, please do that as soon as possible. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, we'd love to have you. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, yes, we have a manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. Okay, so let's talk about the times when no contact will not work. Some of them I've mentioned before and some I haven't. Now, obviously, if you cheated or if you took your ex for granted, then you should not be in no contact. After the breakup, after they break up with you, yes, you do have to give them some space. So you will do no contact for about 30 days, maybe less if they contact you for some reason. But afterwards, you need to be making the effort to get them back. So in that case, you cannot do no contact. If you have kids together, obviously you have to be in contact, so you'll be doing a modified form of no contact. If you have to tie up loose ends together, maybe you were living together or maybe you were married with no kids and you have to sell the house, you have bank accounts, etc., obviously you can't just disappear all of a sudden. So you have to stay in contact, modified contact. Now, if you did not know about no contact and you stayed in contact with your ex after the breakup and you stayed in contact with them long enough as friends or whatever, trying to get back with them, long enough that they are now over you, then no contact is not going to work. So you can't be in contact with your ex for 3, 4, 5, 6 months after the breakup and then say, hey, I'm going to start no contact now. Well, the horse has already left the barn. It's a little too late. And also, if the person who broke up with you, your ex, if they are putting in both effort and escalation, as I've talked about in previous videos, so they're contacting you and they're making an effort and they're calling and leaving messages and you're not responding, that at some point will backfire because they'll say, well, okay, forget it. I'm putting an effort here and you're not responding, so forget it. So at some point you do have to respond. Some people, they do take no contact a little far. So make sure that if your ex is putting in effort and has escalated in their attempts to contact you and get back together, that you do respond. Another time that no contact will not work is if they are totally over you, if they are totally done. We've all been there where there are people that we would never get back together with no matter what. It would take a miracle. And at that point, the only thing that might work is affirmations, the law of assumption, which if you contact me regarding coaching, we can discuss that, but you have to have a strong self-concept in order for that to work, and you also have to believe. So even though the law of assumption will work, if you don't know how to work it correctly, then it won't work. And there is one more time that no contact will not work, and that is if there was no emotional connection. So you were just talking to them, they were in the talking stage, or you dated them but not for very long, or at least not long enough for there to be an emotional connection, or it was just a physical relationship, maybe just a booty call or something, and there was no emotional connection, then no contact will probably not work. And to that, I have a comment here that I would like to respond to, and it will illustrate what I'm talking about. Okay, so she says, I broke up with him because he never let me feel that I'm important. I dated him briefly. Actually, it wasn't a relationship. I felt that he didn't care, and I told him that 2 or 3 times. Why are you telling someone 2 or 3 times? They've shown that they really don't care. They're not that interested. They have a low interest level. Do you think that telling them continually is going to change their minds? You can't talk someone into being attracted to you. They either are or they aren't. And complaining is the equivalent of begging, and begging is a turnoff. Do not tell someone that you feel they don't care. If you feel they don't care, then you back off, right? You don't speak with your words, you speak with your actions. Everyone thinks that they need to communicate with their words. No, communicating with your actions, especially communicating to men with your actions, works better, because actually men per day use a lot less words than women. Women love to talk. But men, they use a lot less words, therefore they understand action more than paying attention to words. Because if you start complaining to a guy, after about 30 seconds, he just tunes you out. So there's no point. So if you're going to complain, which you shouldn't, but if you are going to say something, you better make it succinct, you better make it quick. Okay, so she continues. I felt he didn't care. I told him that 2 or 3 times, and I made it known that I'm not happy. In fact, I'm disappointed. He doesn't care. He's already shown you that he doesn't care. So saying that you're disappointed and not happy is not going to make him all of a sudden change his mind. He knows how he's treating you. If you were someone that he had a lot more interest in, he would not be treating you like this. So again, talking about it is not going to do anything. And then she goes on to say, late replies, lying to me about stuff. And then she actually asks, do you think it's my fault for not knowing him more before breaking up? What the hell is going on? Why would you even think that? Why would you say that? Where is your self-esteem? Why would it be your fault? Because you didn't know him enough? He's already shown you what his interest is towards you. You don't need to know him anymore. But wait, there's more. Then she goes on to say, should I contact him? Are you crazy? I did 2 times, but he doesn't care at all. Oh, so first she says, should I contact him? And then she goes, but I already contacted him. Again, the horse has left the barn. Low value behavior. Of course he does. Of course he has low interest. You are behaving desperately and low value. Why would he be interested in someone like that? And she goes on to say, he seemed unbothered and posted a new picture and he's happy. You should have been the one who should have posted pictures looking happy and unbothered. And finally, she closes with, I don't think he'll contact me. Will he contact me if I do the no contact rule, or is my situation hopeless? Well, first of all, I don't know if you're going to be able to do the no contact rule because you've already contacted him a bunch of times. And even if he does contact you, until you work on your self-esteem and your self-worth, it won't matter because it's just going to go back to the same old situation that it was before. And I think what happened here is that he took you for granted and lost interest because you were doing too much, you were giving too much, and you weren't getting something in return. You were giving with the expectation of getting, and then when you didn't receive, that's when you said you were disappointed and you weren't happy. But you're not in a relationship, so you can't have that expectation. So if you give, whatever you give, time, energy, your body, then you do it knowing that you may not get that back. In a relationship, yeah, there's an expectation that there's going to be somewhat equal give and take. But outside of one, a situationship or just casual, no. And therefore, you should not be giving unless you freely want to give, because otherwise you get into the situation. You're giving more, then you get upset, they're not giving as much, and then you talk to them and they don't care, and then you have no choice but to walk away and hope that they'll come after you, which they may or they may not. It depends. All you can do is try the no contact here, But if he has low interest and he sees little value in you because of your behavior, then it's probably not going to work. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you think I've covered all the situations where no contact will not work? Or am I forgetting maybe just one? Comment below. And in the meantime, if you would like my help personally to get your ex back, or to figure out even if you'll be able to get them back with or without no contact, then you can contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. The link for that is below every single video. And if this video has been helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.